All right, cutting across straight live to Nagaon, where we are joined in by the Newsnight newsmaker at this moment. Gaurav Gogoi is with us. Mr. Gogoi, thank you very much for speaking to Headlines today. This is a position, this particular chair for which you are actually fighting was held by your brother, Mr. Deep Gogoi. It's all in the family. It has been represented by your father. It has been represented by your brother on 2 occasions. First of all, how nervous are you leaving a legacy?
Well, first of all, the Kolyabor Lok Sabha, like the rest of Assam, is a Congress fortress. It has been with the Congress party since 1967, way before my father fought it in the mid-90s. So it's always been loyal to the Congress party, largely because the Congress party has served its people very well. And today, frankly, I'm very excited to have exercised my vote along with lakhs of other voters. Today, if you would know, is the 7th of April, popularly known as the raising day of ULFA, the birthday of ULFA. And on this day, 15 years ago, people would have not dared to step out of their houses. And today, you have lakhs of first-time voters voting in for the party of their choice. And I think it's a great day for us. It's a sign that peace and security has finally returned to the state. Development is taking place largely under the Congress rule, and that's why you would see in the Lok Sabha results that the Congress party would come back with a greater number of seats and a greater number of legislatures.
Gaurav, what would you attribute to the fact that the polling percentage in Assam particularly is close to 75%?
It's very easy. There are a lot of first-time voters who are exercising the democratic right. And for the past couple of months, people are excited to vote. I mean, this country is predominantly young and many of them are voting for the first time. Secondly, I feel our party, the Congress party, is extremely well organized. As I said, Assam is the fortress of Congress, and the Congress party is organized right down to the panchayat level, right down to the level of ward. So we're extremely capable of mobilizing large number of voters and helping them to exercise the democratic right.
Well, Mr. Gogoi, apart from other political contenders from the Kolyabor seat, which you are representing, which you hopefully are very hopeful of winning also, there's a very interesting turn of events that has happened this time around. There is another dimension from that place. A person called Jinti Gogoi, who is contesting from that constituency from the Aam Aadmi Party.
Yeah, I mean, there are 12 other candidates who have stood in opposition to me. I respect all of them and I respect their views. At this point, the people of Assam want someone not only who can highlight the issues, but can also think of solutions to them. And this is where the Congress party is different from the rest. We acknowledge the issues, acknowledge the challenges. We have a strong development track record. But going forward, we have the big ideas to tackle these issues.
Mr. Gogoi, a personal question. I mean, you are 32 years of age. You've been educated in Delhi, USA. You also run an NGO. Why has there been this sudden interest in politics? I mean, your brother could have continued as the MP representing that seat.
See, what happened was when I was in the NGO sector, like many other colleagues in my field, I too thought that the government is often to blame for many things. But it's actually the time when I was studying for my public administration degree that I really looked upon government and politics with a new perspective. Like many other young people of my generation, we're optimistic of making a change, and we don't stop at just blaming someone else for our faults. We take action, we take initiative, and we take up the challenge, be it as big as jumping into politics. So I think this is a sign that young people appreciate that I come in not only with the identity of being the son of a chief minister, but I come in like any other concerned young person, acknowledging the challenges, but having the optimism and courage to take them on.
Well, the BJP has released its manifesto today. How do you look at that? As a young representative of a political party, how do you look at, number one, the BJP's manifesto, and number two, Mr. Narendra Modi?
I think it's extremely distasteful that the Bharatiya Janata Party had not released its national manifesto before the 5 constituencies in Assam and the 2 in Tripura went to polls. It's a sign of disrespect to the people of in the state of Assam and Tripura. It's an indication that the BJP
Mr. Gogoi,
does not
you are
care
actually saying
what these people want.
Mr. Gogoi, my final question, you are actually saying that the Bharatiya Janata Party has disrespected Assam by not releasing their manifesto.
Exactly, I think it's a huge sign. It's a huge disrespect. When people are wanting to see the substance behind Mr. Modi's big PR managed rallies. They want to see what are the promises, and they didn't see the promises because the BJP just didn't find the time to release the manifesto before our people went to vote. So I think it's a huge sign of disrespect to the huge voter turnout that you saw, and you will see its results in the Lok Sabha elections.
Okay, Mr. Gaurav Gogoi, your brother won the 2009 Lok Sabha seat by a margin of 1,51,989 votes. Wishing you all the best that you are able to surpass that figure. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.